No, it's not
anger.
going to cause. It's not going to cause. I don't think that one will cause any issue again. The last election, there was one of the unpopular candidates that Nigerian youth were saying that other candidates should step down for. The person was former deputy central bank, something like that. Nobody gave room to step down for one another, and we want a new Nigeria. We want a new government. What are we doing to sacrifice for the new nation that we call our home? So, that phrase, I think we need more people like you that are factual. People like you that will say it as it is. Anybody that wants to receive rapture, let them receive rapture for you saying the truth. Where we are now, it is the collective things that we've done, both from our leaders, from the youth. If people are shouting youth, people are saying, oh, Lagos State next election, somebody will take this on. And I do tell people, do you know that even we youth, from 50 to 16, we are the worst to even deal with. If you put youth in some positions, you will regret that action. And I ask myself, you want to say something?
All right, bro. Thank you so much for
Thank
this.
you.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.
Hold on. I don't want you to leave. There's something I also want to say, yeah. If you live abroad, I've been living abroad all this, you understand? Your voice matters. You understand? Your voice matters.
Yes.
I want abroad people to feel included. But if you live in Nigeria and you run away before election and you are making mouth from abroad, your voice does not count.
Yes.
Your voice does not count. Those of you that left Nigeria this year,
I did.
wait 1 month to do this. You saw me on Saturday. I walked inside the sun. I was beaten by the sun. I was dehydrated. I was tired. When it scattered the place, I had to run. And then you ran away from abroad. You are now fighting from abroad.
Okay. Can I give feedback on that?
Please go ahead.
Okay. I didn't run to abroad.
No.
I mean, I'm going to start. You know, if you are going to condemn people, you know, Nigerians, we are quick to backlash that. What about you? You are speaking from abroad.
I left for abroad.
That's what I'm even saying. I'm going to them. I'm going to them that the phrase. I'm going to them. See, people like us. Up to now that I'm talking to you, I volunteer. I'm giving my own professional part to make sure that all the analysis and everything that we're doing online is going fine. And I make sure that I volunteer for a party and which I'm doing. And the truth of the matter is a lot of people that even put us in this back home in Nigeria that you said at the left, majority of them are the ones that will tell people, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. But if before the election, you need to go and see airports and see how jam-packed airports were. So, do they have a say? They don't. And even if they are abroad, what sacrifice? I could not make it.
Let's allow this other gentleman to talk because.
Okay. Sorry.
Good evening, Egbon.
Good evening,
everyone watching.
Good evening, boss.
First time allowing me to be on the live on your show. I really appreciate that. On the issue of Obasanjo and Sowore, my own is that yes, Obasanjo has dampened the process of democracy in our country, even when he wanted third term, but it was squashed. But I think that for me, if they want to ask me, I don't agree to the cancellation because from the polling unit, we have original results, which party agents and everybody has photos, videos, and all that. If INEC actually want to do it right, they should go back from what they told us, that after polling units have voted, they will upload the results from the beavers. So if they can do that, I think it will solve a lot of this problem that we're facing now. What I want to say is that, again, maybe Obasanjo has come to realize that during my own time, I failed. But before I leave, before I go, because all of them are aging, let me support this nation to get it right. Because I think the only way we can get it right is for all the people who have failed this country before to come out and try to get it right, because they are the ones that put us in this situation. Most of us living abroad, we don't want to live abroad. You know that I relocated my wife from the USA to Nigeria and came to live with me in Nigeria for 4 years. Even when my wife's mother wanted us to relocate abroad, she was fine. I told her, look, Nigeria is my country. If all of us run away from Nigeria, who will fix it? But I succumbed to the pressure.
Sorry, guys. Let me cut you. Somebody saying, why did I remove the other guy? Because a woman was on his DP. I was looking for a man to come and have a conversation so that it will not just be male dominated. A lot of guys do it. They will put a lady on their display, then they will bring it, then we'll come see one guy.
That's it.
It all you are not ready. What's a woman doing on your? Is either it's a troll account or you are to do your job.
Exactly.
So I agree with you.
Is a woman and you are a man. You cannot say anything in Nigeria because you are not credible yourself. So sorry. So if we but remember, you have to be respectful. I will yank if you are not respectful. Continue. Let me hear you.
So even though I was succumbed to the pressure after the answers when I was living in Ikoyi, and the part I was living in Ikoyi was rough, very rough. My wife, I just had a son then, the gunshot and everything. My wife and my son, they were terrified. In fact, before my wife was able to clear out that fear and everything, we had to live here for like 4 to 5 months.
Wow.
Before, that was why I relocated, because I am not of those people that says, no, abroad is abroad, the lifestyle is not juicy like you say, or like you see on paper, no, but it's just that the abroad system is working. If you are working, you know that you are working to earn a living. You know that you are making something. It's not juicy as they used to say, or as they portray it on TV, on newspapers. No, abroad is not juicy like that, because when you are coming to abroad, you know that you are coming to another man's land. You must have an authorization to work. It's not juicy as you see it on TV, as they tell you. No, what we are saying is that if we get it right, many of us abroad, we will relocate back to our country. That is all what we want. We had hope in this election that, okay, for one, look at first-time voters. Look at first-time voters. People who said, no, I don't vote because my vote won't count. Now, if this system has disappointed those people, will they ever vote again? So ours is just that. But Sowore, I respect Sowore, I respect him. If I had my chance, if they say Nigeria should pick their president, I think we should pick Sowore, because if we pick Sowore, if Sowore becomes our president, many of our leaders will run exile. Many of our past leaders will run exile. But since he can't get here now, I just feel he too should support the youth now that the youth have have voiced out that this is the person we want, and then has given him their mandate. I think the mandate of the youth should stand. And again, for cancellation of election, I am not in a support of cancellation of election because there are processes. If they can go back to the polling unit and get those polling unit results and start uploading them from polling unit to ward to local government to state before even coming to national, I think we will get it right. So this is my own take. This is my own take, yeah. Because now if we fail to get it right this time, it will take us back, like, let me say, we'll go back like 25 years backward. If we, because the INEC, if you look at the money the INEC has spent before this election, because they complained that the 2015 election was rigged and they don't have the machines, the everything to.
All right, guys. Let's bring other people. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you so much, Daddy Chris. Thank you so much. Nice.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate your contributions. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brothers. God bless. Okay, so Sean.
Yeah, dear. Hello, everyone. You know, I was watching the election today, Dave, and you said something this afternoon that really resonates with me. I think, irrespective of the result now, irrespective of whatever happened and the emotions and anger people are feeling, I think if a proper planning and orientations goes into it, the actual winner of this election is the Labour Party. I will explain the reason why. If I was a political advisor to anyone in the Labour Party, in the next 4 years, Peter Obi doesn't need to go for presidency. They need to find a younger guy that is within maybe 40s or his 50s that they are all going to support. And now what they need to do is get a grassroots. You did mention that, and I totally agree with it. A lot of people are talking about Obama. Obama didn't get the highest, what's it called? He didn't get the highest funding in the Democratic Party when he first ran for president. You know, he was always in Chicago. He was in school, in the university. It was always on their TV. The name was there that this guy wanted to run. What they need to do is get someone who is going to be able to organize the grassroots, maybe be in the university, have a political debate with the students, be with the theologians, get the name out there. And then in the next 4 years, we can then go, because at the moment I understand people are a bit agitated or maybe angry or whatever. But like you said, the only way that things are gonna go is it that people start like going to violence, which will end up to the election being cancelled or whatever, or we will have a situation of Babangida June 12, and that's not going to help anybody.
Now, let's talk about some history.
People don't think.
Sorry, let's talk about some history. I'm sorry, personally, I have a problem with Obasanjo in this mix.
Yeah.
In this particular mix. Do you realize that Obasanjo frustrated Tinubu when Tinubu was governor of Lagos in 1999? I've forgotten what the exact story was, but I think they cut federal allowance and Tinubu had to generate money from the state. We were all
money,
there. As a youth copper.
I remember that, yeah.
So Obasanjo and Tinubu no degree. Obasanjo wrote in his own book about Atiku. So either one of them that will come in, they will use his eye to see Shege. Let's be honest. Let's this matter from an honest perspective now. Obasanjo used his hand to write his book about those things he wrote about Atiku. Obasanjo himself frustrated Tinubu. So now the most likely choice is between this same article where he writes bad about and this where he frustrates. When they play Labour Party, like say him genuinely like Labour Party. Yeah, I see. Me personally, I'm sorry, I may be wrong with this. My personal.
Actually, I just saw the topic. I apologize. I didn't know the topic was about Obasanjo and Fingin. And to be honest, you are totally right. If Obasanjo is an elder statesman, he shouldn't be meddling, because let's be honest with you, Obasanjo didn't do well as a military dictatorship either.
Yes,
sorry,
I wanted to say something. You see, you might have a good point, but it's coming from a selfish point of view. I'm not saying it. I'm saying there's a possibility this good gesture might be coming from a self-serving perspective, because you are looking at two leaders. You are not in their good books, and there's a possibility that they will stress you. Either one of them. We know what he did to Tinubu for 4 or 5 years. We know what he did to Atiku. So either one of them comes in, it will not augur well with him. So him picking Labour Party, in my humble opinion, I may be wrong and I stand corrected, is like Labour, him and Obi no get any fight, no get any issue. So it's good for him to side there. But people say, yes, he knows those other two people and he knows what they're capable of doing, blah, 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 which is also a valid point. He also might say, okay, oh, these people, I know this one to be like this, I know this one to be like, so I stick with. But I also, from studying him and being a grown-up, I had finished university when Obasanjo was in power. I was not a kid. I remember Muhammadu Buhari in power in the 80s. So Obasanjo in 2000, when they say he brought GSM and they brought Econet wireless and
Glow Mobile, whatever they call
wireless and MTN.
Okay.
How much I bought my first GSM phone? 17,500 naira. Econet wireless. I remember, so I was not a kid. So I remember Obasanjo's third term and how constitutional he was and how they were willing to do anything to get, and it didn't work for them. Go ahead.
Can I say something, DL, though? But I think, again, it goes back to what you always say, though, because we are the reflection of our leader, and our leader is a reflection of us. So it's kind of like an ecosystem, because we have to remember, is it not, I might be wrong here, and people, you can correct me, it was, the same Obasanjo during the his military reign that they threw Fela's mother from...
I was not there. Everybody believes it was him. Let's be careful. Alleged.
But alleged, but it was the chief in command, so not
that's what
go past him.
The Kuti. Let Kuti tell us what transpired between his grandmother.
And you can, and if you still go on YouTube, you can still see all the times when during his terrain they will beat Fela, that he will be on his front and showing his back out there. I think, excuse me, I think when when a man gets to that kind of age, the best thing you need to do is either to be friends to everybody or to be friends to nobody. Because whether he likes it or not, I know we are Africans, everybody always try to get spiritual and emotional. He's on his way out. He's not getting younger, he's on his way out. So it should just kind of like, he's supposed to be doing what the Burna Boys and the Whiskey are doing. Just keep your mouth shut, and you are on your way out. You've done what you want to do in this life. You are on your way out. I know everybody is saying, God has forgiven Obasanjo. God has forgiven Obasanjo, but is God coming down to come and repair Nigeria? Like, I don't know the way our people think. If you don't do, whether we like it or not, if we keep repeating what is going on for the next 100 years, Nigeria will be the way Nigeria is. Nigeria is not going to get better. God is not going to come down with sultana and sword and start killing people like the Bible. It's not going to happen. People just have to understand that. So Yeah, that's. I mean, I thought so. I thought it was a continuation of your conversation earlier today. But yeah, I think
now, so that we can see it and all contribute to it. I'm bringing Peter Ebojele, so I want you to stay around. I've tried to bring some ladies, but none of them are accepting. So let's hear them, because I always like to hear from ladies too. There are so many ladies that sent me requests, but I'm inviting them and they are not coming. So
I think a lady says surely.
Yeah, but the problem is, unless you send me a request, I can't be typing your
I got you.
Yeah. So who joined us just now? Okay, Peter Ebojele is with us. Peter, let's hear your perspective.
We can't hear.
Peter, we can't hear you.
Oh, I muted before. I forgot. I muted.
Welcome, Peter. What are your thoughts? Obasanjo versus Sowore over the cancellation of election. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, my thoughts are very simple. First of all, Obasanjo, as a citizen of Nigeria, has the right to air his mind on something that is that he feels is going wrong. For somebody to say, oh, because of Obasanjo's time there was election irregularity, therefore the man cannot now come and say something when he feels like there's irregularity, that is wrong. Because it's just like you are telling me that a man that have sinned and repented has no right to condemn sin. It doesn't.
Now, let me correct you on that.
Yes.
Sowore raised a point. Hold on. Sowore raised a point. Sorry. He said Obasanjo started this election that we are going through now.
Yeah.
What we are going in start time, according to Sowore. I don't want to come out and say I don't want to endorse it because I don't want the lawsuit. But Sowore said that what Nigeria is going through electorally today was by Obasanjo.
I think Sowore is wrong on that.
So hold on. So Sowore might, as in, so they say he who comes to equity must come with clean hands. He is coming to equity. How clean are his hands? You, Peter Ebojele, can say you want the elections cancelled. Your hands are clean. My hands are clean. Sean Lee's hands are clean. Are Obasanjo's hands clean?
Very, very valuable points.
So now, go on. Sorry, I caught you. Go on.
I want to quickly say is if somebody if somebody gives a suggestion that is known for doing the wrong things, but he now gives a correct suggestion, should we throw away the suggestion because he is somebody that was doing wrong?
Now let's talk about rigging.
Okay.
El Rufai did not deliver Kaduna. Are you aware?
Yes, I'm aware.
Ganduje could not deliver Kanu. Are you aware?
I'm aware.
Tinubu could not deliver Lagos.
Very much aware.
Buhari could not deliver Katsina.
I'm aware.
Lalo could not deliver Plateau.
Very aware.
And also senatorial bid. This election, in my humble opinion, was less rigged than previous elections.
In my
elections, all these people who deliver their words steady. In an election where people could not deliver Lagos.
Yes.
An election where El Rufai could not deliver Kaduna. These are sitting governors, incumbent. Of course, there was. Let me not say there was rigging. I was not there. Let me just not say what's. But compared to previously, which election happened in Nigeria that these people were not delivering, we are now saying this particular one is the worst one we have seen in our whole life. Let's examine the facts.
That the freeze. please, I want to make a request.
Okay.
Let me. This phone I'm using now, the thing is hanging because it's not the phone that has the network.
Okay.
So let me leave and send you another request from the phone that has a stronger network.
Okay. Okay. Definitely. I'll bring you.
All right.
Born to Grace Money says, I don't even trust your wisdom again. The moment you tell them that thing that they want to hear, let's be honest. Let's look at it. An election where Tinubu could not deliver Lagos. Baba, if not those days when they rig, Baba, you know go, as in, they go clear them. Even you go there.
But DF, if not like the way we as Nigerians that we are so emotional and sentimental, I think it's the good of this election that the youth supposed to look into. A process where, I mean, we've all heard it. Tinubu built Lagos, somebody put roof on it, built ship or whatever, and the guy actually won. It might not be a big margin, but people stood up. You know, all we need now is just a process where people can organize and say, okay, we are going to the grassroots. This is the person we are supporting. This is the good that people have to look into rather than, you know, getting a bit emotional and agitated about something that is not there.
That sorry, the margins are not much. That is what.
Margin much, margin more.
Politics, win is a win. If there was the level of rigging that we are used to in Nigeria, I don't want to mention the state. The number of votes in that state was more than the population of the state in this country. Yeah. Understand? So I will never say it's not. I will never come here and say, "Oh, there was no rigging; it was free and fair." Blah blah. But compared to previous elections, hand as in
and let's be honest, which election is free and fair? I mean, we saw Biden and Trump just recently.
Is it suggesting anything? I'm asking. So, my darling sister, you have joined us. Go ahead.
Hi, Daddy Freeze. So, I want to say that Sowore is 100% right. You know, remember when Obasanjo came in 1999? You know what he did? 2001. He stated that every university will start generating funds for their school. What happened? That's college fee increased by almost 300%. And the only reason he's coming out now, like you said before, is because he knows that he's not on good book with both parties. With Tinubu, he has issue with Tinubu. And after his tenure, when Atiku served him, the goal was for Atiku was that after Obasanjo regime, he's going to be the next president. But what did Obasanjo do? He went to bring Yaradua. So he doesn't have a good relationship with the other two parties. So he's just securing his own legacy. In my own opinion, he's not supporting Peter Obi because he really wants to support Peter Obi. He knows that he's not on the good side on the other two parties. So Sowore is 100% right. We are living off his legacy. Like you said, this election, if it was former election, the voice of the people will not be heard. You
guys don't know what happened. Peter Obi get mouth, collect Lagos. As far as I'm concerned, salute.
Yes, yes, it needs to be applauded.
Yeah.
Yes.
How?
Yes.
He collected Kaduna.
Ask Obasanjo about a guy called Olufalaye. we know go school. It amazed me.
Yes. He even collected Lagos, Kaduna, collected Nasarawa State.
No, yeah.
He collected Nasarawa State. So if you look at the legacy of this election, to me, is a more free and fair election. It's a little bit more compared to the others.
I don't want to say this, but this election is freer and fairer, in my opinion, than the election that brought Obasanjo into power.
Yes. So I don't know
I open, as in, how will I think they forget? Obasanjo already do third term. Be like saying I think no Graham that year.
Yes, and that's what the relationship between both of them.
Now, guess what? Funny enough, then I supported his third term. Why? Because he was working. Obasanjo was working. But when it comes to constitution, how constitutional was that?
Hello?
So, no, go ahead. Go. Oh, wow. Hey. And I was enjoying her. Almost 50 people are lining up. I just want to bring ladies. Let's hear from the ladies. Now, also men. Political matter. If now who boyfriend cheat on now, the whole place. We don't go see one man. What do they do now? Women, where are you? Where are you? Eh? Please raise your hand. I will invite you if you're a woman. And if Peter Ebojele comes back, I would like to bring him back. Someone says you remove her, Baba. No, I didn't remove her. In fact, I will invite her again just so that you know that I did not remove her. She's still here. I've invited her again. While we're waiting for her to come back, big shout out to those who got me stars. Asika, Aisha, what happened to your phone, man? They said I removed you just to prove to them. Hey, Sean,
no, you didn't remove me. I think it's network. You didn't remove me.
So, guys, while we're waiting, please support our channel by going to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. This picture will pop up with 826,000 followers. Scroll down to today's video. That's today's video right there. Bottom left-hand corner and buy stars. Come and support me. She has left again on Facebook. What exactly is going on? What exactly is going on? Please add me, Sir Kenyo. Okay, let me bring you in. So this is what we're doing. Please come over to Facebook and support me. Big shout out to Aisha Adigun, Emeka Ukpai, T Baba, and Tunji Adebosu. Thank you guys so much. Go over to Facebook and buy me stars. And thank you, Mama Do on TikTok. All of you who have been supporting me. Thank you. So over to you, my brother. What are your thoughts?
Firstly, thanks for having me on your live. My first time joining your live, so it's a great pleasure. Like we say, where I come from, Bunasara, Chefach.
Bunasara.
You obviously know what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, but I'm calling from London now. Sorry. That one page. Yeah.
I forced in Romania.
Oh. Yeah, my partner is originally from Romania, so
okay.
I understand a bit. Yeah, I understand a bit. Yeah.
Awesome. So
yeah.
Go ahead.
So just to start with, obviously, I'm probably going to take you back a bit now on the guy who probably said, "Oh, we want war," that sort of thing. That really got me pissed. It got me very annoyed. Over here in the UK, I'm involved in a lot of charities, helping out people. It was just a year since, the situation in Ukraine happened, and everyone in the UK, we had a remembrance a couple of days ago about, the situation. Lives were lost, properties were damaged. I don't think Nigerians know what war is. Well, a lot of people don't actually understand how war can actually change their lives forever. It can affect families, kids, unborn children. It could cause a lot of problems, but people don't know. So that guy who obviously said something about war, I hope he realizes the impact of what he said and how crazy it is to obviously say something like that, because it's a very serious situation. With Sowore saying Obasanjo, obviously, whatever he's done, obviously, African tradition, you can't disrespect your elders, like they say. But freedom of speech, I think Sowore has every right in the world to say that. With all due respect to OBJ, yes, some people are saying he may have changed, he may have done this. I'm not the youngest person, I'm not the oldest person, but there are certain situations that I remember. For example, when he wanted to go for third term, I mean, that was crazy. Like you said, yes, he was doing some things, but come on, man, you pretty much wanted to change the constitution because you wanted to remain in power. So a lot of people think it's coming out now to say, oh, no, I want them to cancel it, this and that. I think all he's trying to do is he's trying to put someone there that would not have time for him, if I put it that way, in Nigerian's way. Because if Tinubu goes in or Atiku goes in, he knows they've got it big for him. He knows what's coming next, and that's the fact. He's always had it in for them. But Nigerians and sentiments as usual. No, the people don't understand exactly what's happening. Once Nigerians start listening to some things they want to hear, they get a bit excited. Do you get what I mean? That's the way I see it. So, yeah, I mean, what he said is a valid point. Yes, obviously, there may be, things happening. If it had come from somebody else, we know, okay, yeah, there's a bit of a clearer motive. But coming from him, I just think there's an hidden agenda behind it. That's my personal opinion. That's what I think. Yeah, that's what I think. Anyways,
thank you so much for your contribution. I appreciate it. Thanks, and more than anything else, I am with you. No war, no war. Yeah. Zero tolerance for war. Whatever we do, let us learn to live together in peace and in love. Big shout out to Dambere, sent 500 stars, 530 stars. Unwachuku also sent me 500 stars. Thank you so much. Go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE on Facebook, and just scroll down to today's video, click on the video, and buy stars. Oh yeah, all of you. Invite Omoyele Sowore. He's going to be very busy. I'm not sure he'll be able to come, but invite him nonetheless. So we've got a guest here. Go ahead, sir. Let's hear from you.
Okay, first of all, good evening, Daddy Freeze. Thank you for bringing me on.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm just here to air my own opinion, okay? First of all, I want to start with what Sowore said. By saying that please, you're a father, right? For instance, let's say that there is this particular bad habit that you know that you have. I'm very sure that you wouldn't like your child to possess that same habit, or will you? You will not, right? So if at all, like Obasanjo was actually the founder of whatever is going on in this present election, it doesn't mean that we should continue that way. That is one. Now, with regards to the previous elections that Nigeria has ever conducted, you can't compare the number of people that registered in the previous presidential election with the number of people that registered in this particular presidential election. Previously, people are always like reluctant coming out to cast their vote. They will tell you that the vote doesn't count, blah, 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 blah. And then people really don't have access to social media or internet. But right now, the number of people that actually came out in this present presidential election to register, the number of people that actually got their PVC, not only getting their PVC, the number of people that actually came out on Saturday to cast their votes can't be compared with any of the previous presidential elections. So someone telling me that this presidential election is more free and fair than the previous one, I totally disagree with the person. I may not have the actual figures of people that registered in the previous one, but I'm very sure that the number of people that participated in this present presidential election is tremendously higher than the previous presidential election that Nigeria has ever had in the history of Nigeria. So in this case, again, another point I want to make is this. You said that if this election was actually rigged, that there's no way APC, Labour Party would have won.
I did not
in
say the election was not rigged.
Okay.
Compared to previous elections.
Okay, but please, I want to tell you this. You see, the people who are dealing with
an election
they are smart.
Country.
Okay.
total votes counted were more than the population of that state.
Okay. See, that the freeze, the people we're dealing with, these guys are smart. Labour Party in Lagos State, like, it doesn't really mean anything. These guys know what they are doing. They actually allowed Labour Party to win in Lagos State so that people will see that, oh, this is the strongest hold of Tinubu, and at the end of the day, the Labour Party won. Now, if you check the winning margin, they are very close, almost head-to-head with each other. Now, check other states. You find out that APC might be having 400 and something votes, while Labour Party is having less than 2,000 votes. That is free. These things are mathematics. These guys know what they are doing. Okay, now, let's compare Obasanjo's administration with whatever is going on now. This is the first time Nigeria is ever conducting a presidential election with beavers, or whatever they call it. And according to Constitution, when they introduced this thing was approved, and it was entered in Nigerian Constitution that these things will be transmitting right from the polling unit. So how come the same device were able to upload was able to upload that of what is called Federal House of Reps, or that of presidency? It didn't go to. They started encountering network problem, blah, 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 blah. That it frees. Obviously, the election is tremendously rigged. You can't even compare with that of Obasanjo's administration.
No.
The brother I just left, I don't know if he's here because I think my stuff is rolling. Now, Obasanjo had the power.
Sorry, how old are you?
What is it?
How old are you?
That is, it doesn't really matter. I'm something.
Because I want to know how old you were when they were doing these elections. It's very important. That's why I told you. I just finished university when Obasanjo came into power. I was not a kid. I was a youth. I was the age that are carrying election ballot boxes now and adopting election. Now you come as they use. I was like that age, so I know be small pick. I know for this night. So tell me your age. Let me know your age, because you seem not to be able to go beyond a certain time frame. You are locked in a time capsule for you to say that this election compared to other elections, this election was worse.
Okay, please, no, let me ask you a question. Can you equate the number of people that participated in the previous election, presidential election, with the people that participated this year? Is there any way you can equate both of them?
Unless we have the figures. What I know is please,
I need a direct answer from you. Can you equate the figures?
I cannot equate it because I don't know the numbers. To be very
honest.
Which
one do you think that people came out more?
I cannot sit down and tell you who came out more, who came out less. I don't have the direct numbers. What I can tell you is the impunity they used to rig those days. They used to rig with their full chairs.
That is nobody disputing the fact that they don't use rig election. Nigeria has always been known of rigging election. I'm not disputing that. But I'm telling you that this presidential election is the only election that I've seen people coming out to cast their vote, irrespective of their tribe and their religion. People came out to say, this is who we want to be our next president. All right? This is the point I'm trying to make here.
Prof, you are not listening. I hope you realize that they rig election in America.
I was going to say that.
You think in America is free and fair election?
No, America was never free and fair.
There's no country
not in this kind of case where we see police officers snatching ballot paper from printing.
Now in Gabriel they vote. If America election get rigging, Nigeria will not go come get.
Of course, man. Come on. Of course.
So what I'm telling you is, compared to other, we were not those days. They go carry the ballot box around. Nobody go ask any question. They not born you. There was no Instagram. As in those days, they rig with their full chest. They will tell you what you will press. They're not born you make you press another thing. And you know if you record them, what you want to use record them your teeth.
Brother, I think the reason why you think it's like this now is because of technology. Because you've seen these things on people's phones, Snapchat, Instagram. Years ago, it was different. Yeah. Trust me. People were reading with the full chest. You go, they were not hiding it. People were going, taking boxes, traveling in the Jamful buses, the commercial buses from one place to another and going. People were, bro. I don't think people were carrying Ghana must go with bags, bro. With bags.
No money in circulation for this election. I don't want to see what is bigger than my mouth, but compared to elections I've witnessed in my life, this election,
Trust me, you're not saying it properly, man. Bro.
But the thing is this. The thing is this. Even if the previous elections with awards, I see you guys have cleansed, which I totally disagree with you guys. But do we have to continue this way? That's the question.
No.
Can't continue this way.
A bit of improvement. I saw a bit of improvement.
We can't continue this way. And this is the first time that Nigeria is conducting a presidential election with such divide.
Wait.
So why were the elections not transmitted from the polling unit? This is the question everybody is asking, and nobody is answering it. Why were the result not transmitted from the polling unit? They should have transmitted the result from the. Let's be realistic here. Let's stop being biased. You promised Nigerians that you'll be transmitting result from the polling unit. Then you are not telling us that every other this in the Senate, the House of Rep, they were going to, but the presidential election was not going to.
What's your Instagram handle?
Are you asking me that phrase?
No, the other guy. What's your name?
Yes. Oh, me. It's Kenny. K-E.
My dear brother, I'm not going to allow you to use bias on my live. You cannot come and say bias. We are looking at previous elections. The first thing I asked you, my dear brother, was tell me your age.
But please, I just told you I'm in my late 30s. I see that the prince I'm not.
Okay, tell me your age.
That I work in presidential election while a student in Nigeria. Right? I work as a pool clerk. So there's not anybody want to tell me about Nigeria election. I work as a pool clerk while I was in Undergraduate University. Right? It's not that I voted. I work as a pool clerk during the election. Okay. And I'm not here to say that elections were not really about and just administration. But my question
is Baba, they talk. You don't agree anybody else talk. You want them this election was passed previously.
Yeah. I think the problem is he's obviously pained by whatever is happening with his party.
I understand. But can we God. You know me, I don't witness election come from NPM, from the NPM. There was a time in Nigeria there was something called Wetie, where they go the house of people where no agree their views and they pour them petrol.
But very
I beg anybody old for Nigeria, if you are in your 50s and you will understand what Wetie. That was the impunity they were using to. They will go to your house and pour you, and they will like.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. Wetie. Who remembers Wetie?
My parents have mentioned it before. Wetie.
They go say,
yeah, he doesn't know.
That is.
Yeah, the guy's obviously confused. I think what he's seeing is obviously what he's seen on social media because people are going out with phones now and stuff.
Media is a problem.
Massively.
So, as a way of exaggerating.
A lot.
Having a discussion with my neighbors, 86 polling units came out in Lagos, and Obi was leading, and the next thing, Obi has won Lagos. I said, guys,
yes,
can we please calm down? There are 13,000 polling units in Lagos.
In Lagos, yeah.
We have not seen 1,000. We have seen, because celebs, they tweet their own. How many celebs?
Yeah, I know.
We saw 80. And then the problem is, at the end of the day, if you jump into conclusions, when the real results start coming out, and in case you start claiming rigging.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Someone says, not Zainab says, not cool, you cut him out. He wasn't listening. He mentioned the word on my live. You cannot say the word bias, that we are biased. You are out.
Yeah.
And if you say anything, I will remove you too. Make a show you say, I crisp. I stupid pass you. Nothing. I am a very stupid person. I stupid pass you. But if you think the person will come my live, use the word bias. Was that conversation? He was talking to himself from the beginning to the end. That's what?
He lost it. He was a bit pained. I think his party is obviously not doing well, so just a bit.
If you witnessed elections during Obasanjo's time, you will know that this election was.
I know. I heard. I said. I know. And a lot of people don't understand. Obviously, now I know the scene. Obviously, like the kids in the northern, the kids voting. That was nothing compared to what was happening.
The guy had a point, but when you are talking and we can't have a conversation, I can't
It's not
interject.
good. Yeah.
You can't interject me. He had a point with the Beavers. The Beavers was a bit of a disappointment. And
Massively.
point, we should be improved. I did see a little bit of improvement compared to where here. Compared to Obasanjo, Olufalaye.
Yeah.
I saw a bit of improvement in my humble opinion. Do you understand? Those days, make I tell you something. Make I tell you, for my hood, for Arimo, 8-year-old, they go vote. And they go, Baba, no PVC.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Man.
They can't. They laugh me that time. I can't tell them. Say this way. People where I old pass. I was 16. People where I old pass. They go vote. Can't they show me their finger? But I think who are they talk?
Oh God.
In my hood.
Yeah. The people don't know. Yeah.
They go vote. They laugh me. Say, oh, Diboni. I want it Dibo. As in, they could just go there, go hijack the election people. Say, hey, I'm waiting for your age. They say 18. They go take car, go collect cards. So I never said, but I'm just trying to say that election, Olufalaye election. Now they talk.
Yeah.
No one talk plenty. They can't clear.
Yeah. He doesn't know. I mean, it's the same thing, for example, with the armed forces and the police and stuff. A lot of people think they're just becoming violent with people now, but they've always been like that. The only reason why people are seeing it now is because of social media, because people are recording everything now. That's what people don't understand. I see where it's coming from. The Beavers, for example. I mean, come on, man, that should have been sorted. That should have been all finalized. There shouldn't be any issues. But again, technology can fail anywhere.
Babala media Dedibu, make I tell you, those ones who deliver state for you, not be a liar, anybody, not on the person. Say, I didn't go give you that state. Let me tell you what happened. I was working in BCOS at that time. Adedibu, may his soul rest in peace. There was one guy called, I don't forget the guy name, his surname starts with F. Ruben. Now also politician that year. His surname starts with F. His name now Ruben. Now so they interview Ruben. Now so Ruben mouth begins sweet too. They say what in Nigeria fit do where Nigeria go take better. He say unless all the older politicians begin by. Adedibu they in house, they watch the television. Adedibu ask in guys because not to understand English too much. He say, Kine Ruben. Wait till Ruben talk. They say, Baba, on one him afibate bama kunyo. Say now until when you buy, now Nigeria go get ahead. Now so Adedibu drive go BCOS. Ruben still they do interview live. Adedibu he say me they go bring their manager. Say in one beat Ruben. Make the whole country they see and they beat down for that nonsense when you talk for live television.
Wow.
Our manager then was, I think, Taiwo. I worked in BCUS now. I'm not telling you a story. I was there. You know what? I can't fear. Say Taiwo, 90 our GM there. You know what? I don't know if it was Taiwo or one of those our GMs. You know what in the beg Adedibu? They say, Baba, Nike man no. I'm a buying be was it.
Nigeria. What damn that.
They say make Baba no vex. Say they not say make Baba no beat Ruben, but make it not just beat on live. Or say they go bring Ruben come out. Man, so they bring Ruben come out. Baba come out na cap, he take beat on. Ruben, hello go. Oh God.
Nigeria.
Everybody stand like this, they watch. The entire motor drive go. When it don't drive far, people quickly carry camera, come put for Ruben face. Now Ruben say, Baba,
oh God.
You tell me about election with a rig. Go and ask Lado them for a pardon. Many say how they say do it. Hey.
Oh God.
Hey.
It's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. I don't know. Nigeria has problems.
They tell me what story I tell, but they tell me for front of University of Ibadan, government they build roundabout. They people sick. I know they do. They just talk am new. I stand corrected though. Emma Binu. They I think people go do treatment abroad. Now he come back. He come they drive. You see the roundabout. He say he called the guy. I don't know what thing guy will be whether na Ibrahim. Say Ibrahim. Hello, she roundabout. Ibrahim need government ni. I didn't look and say what's software power face roundabout. What's software me new. The next thing they bring bulldozer upon bulldoze roundabout with government. as in
Baba Mulete. That guy.
I did the book, they live television. They ask him, they say why he remove one television no. He say the governor no say one money na his own. Baba, please, anybody we know I did the book. Baba, as in they ask her, he talk her for television, not talk I hide. 2 years, he tell her say the governor no say that money 9 months. Say and you know they deliver around. Members.
Well, I heard he used to do a lot of charity back then.
Corrected. Let me not go and say as fact what, because I don't hold now what could have been a speculation in my mind. So when you are talking of, we have seen all those kind of elections, all those kind of governments up until now. We can't see governments election where Tinubu lose Lagos, where El Rufai lose Kaduna.
Oof. Wow.
We are not saying it wasn't rigged.
Of course. That's unavoidable.
From.
Yeah.
What to say again? No.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those things. It's one of those things, yeah.
Oh, my dear brother, thank you so much for...
No worries. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
Right. Lovely hanging out with you guys.
Thank you.
Guys, come buy stars. Come and buy. Somebody said it was 3/4 of security votes. I don't remember what it was, but we remember. I didn't put a talk on television today. The only time for him life, I think I saw this. I stand corrected. The only time in his life when they sweat now, when he did chopping amala or when he did on top of woman. I know they forget this scene. The only two times for his life now in the sweat.
Oh God! When he did, wow.
When he did on top of woman.
Crazy man, crazy.
You want to tell me say they rigged this election?
Oh God! Wow. Crazy.
I grew up in Ibadan. I did not listen. I did not grow up in Bodija. I lived in Bodija, Paul Hendrick Street, when I was in the university. I grew up in Aremo, rural ghetto for Ibadan. Adedibu lived in Molete. I know when Lam Adeshino became governor. I was there. His son was in my school, Dakbo Lam. So he get waiting. We not supposed just they talk so that God no go just look us with bad eye. Where we are coming and where we are now, all that while I did good. They do it. They do. Obasanjo the power.
Yeah, it was, to be honest. Yeah.
The power. When I did good talk for national television, say it's the only time when they sweat now if you dey on top woman or if you dey chop amala. Obasanjo the power. Obasanjo don't talk. Somebody said anything on YouTube says that he freeze. I know about Operation Wet here. Gone are those days. We never witnessed such again.
Yeah. Well, parents used to say that.
So yes, I lived I don't know if you guys don't understand how far we were. I lived to see Tinubu lose Lagos in a democratic election, and you guys are moaning and groaning.
No, man. Oof, man. Crazy. I was unexpected.
This election showed even the strongest people that they are not gods.
Yeah, fact.
They can feel pain. Those days when they tell you that this place we have taken it, they have taken it. No,
yeah, there's nothing you can do.
It's gone. So let us not come and listen to Baba Obasanjo. Make una go ask question. Say, why Obasanjo not talk plenty during Adedibu time? Make make them not come carry me. I know if you talk past the one way.
Oh, God.
I know they talk past like this. So I don't know anything. No. Somebody said they can't understand. Walai lie. They know if you understand. Why Obasanjo no go Ibadan? Go follow Adedibu fight. Maybe now in the right letter. Why no write Adedibu letter that year? Now question why you no write Adedibu letter? Where they bring it for national television, talk say in one remove governor, say governor no give him in monthly entitlement.
Nigeria, man.
Someone say it is the past. It is not the past, though. He who comes to equity must come with clean hands, because you will be.
Oh, yeah.
We are not children.
Yeah.
So nobody. America election that they rig.
Yeah,
Rigging.
everywhere. Come on. Everywhere.
I support it, and I would never embrace it. But we have. I'm worried about canceling this election and allowing those ones that are in power to continue in power.
That'll be the worst thing ever.
It is a worry. It is a worry and a genuine concern.
Yes. I hope not.
Guys, somebody say you be APC member. Shall they see them? Nigerians have binary minds. You know what a binary mind is? Is either 1 or 0.
Or 0, yeah.
If binary won't spell 1 million, they go spell them in 1 and 0. If binary won't spell 99, they go spell them in 1 and 0. 9 does not exist in binary number.
No,
now 1 or 0. Only 2 numbers, 1 and 0.
That's it.
So your mind is, if I am not supporting Obi, I must be Tinubu.
Yeah, I mean.
When I wanted to bring the person that I told you that I voted for, I wanted to bring him live this night. You are still saying I'm APC. As long as I'm not saying what you want to hear, your binary mind don't carry you go where and
oh God, man.
No problem. Anyhow you want think calm. I am not saying Obasanjo is not right. He is right.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I am just worried about the effect of that statement. Can that statement lead to cancellation of election results? If the answer is yes, I don't want election cancelled. So we continue with our lack of naira and lack of petrol the way we've been coming.
Very sad.
And your opinion may differ, and you have a right to it. I respect your.
Of course.
Please respect mine. I also agree with Obasanjo that Beavers thing did not meet up to the expectations of what he can do. I agree. Also, for a balance, you cannot tell me when no Obasanjo, when no one with Saraki, when no Adedibu, say make I just follow Obasanjo. Of course, I will pick him in what he says, but I'll also question that Baba, you wanted to do third term, you won't change constitution, they don't agree you. You don't that person thought now you the vex.
Nigeria, man. As well.
So I know if you talk past like that. So thank you so much. I can't seem
No
to
worries.
go. Are people hanging? Peter Ebojele once he come my life like this, he be like ghost. You know they go. He go just there, they
Oh,
hang.
really?
And no fit invite anybody again. That's why I don't like bringing Peter. Once I bring him, I know say I want the round off.
That's it.
He go, but he go hang. I know the guy
Oh,
he goes.
oh, God.
So right now I can't bring anybody else. First of all, make
Oh, wow.
you because Peter is hanging. Let me try and bring
Yeah.
when Sean go fit come.
Okay. When next time in London at the freeze, man. It'd be nice to host you.
Hey, Sean, don't finally join. One person don't fit join.
I didn't know what happened, you know. I think Instagram just kicked off.
So, be obedient. After today, I will stop following you, Daddy Freeze. You are not a. Let me quicken your eribu by blocking you. So no need for you to even. You will not even see me again to follow.
Why people like this?
No.
Like, why are people like
No,
this?
no, no,
Like,
no.
it's not even
No,
funny
no.
though. Yeah, at this point, it's just why are people like this?
As an ordinary brain, is either black or white, nothing in between. Your brain cannot handle the fact. Aside from APT, there was Sowore,
God,
Ogalu. There was that very intelligent young man that is opening universities everywhere that I brought to my life. What's his name? Accord.
Like, I will tell you how funny this situation is, dear. I'm happy Kenny is from the UK. Kenny, you will remember when Boris Johnson won the election after the whole Brexit situation.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I could remember in my workplace, I was having a conversation with one of the British guy, and I said to him, because that was when obviously they stopped food coming to UK. If you remember, all of a sudden, fruits, everything went down. And I was saying like, I said, oh, this is the Brexit you guys voted for. And you know what that guy told me? He said, listen, all that voted for Boris, we voted him because he's the only one that's going to get Brexit done. We didn't vote him for him to improve the economy.
Yeah.
That's how people think, you know. He said, we didn't vote him for economy. We didn't vote him to improve the roads or increase. Like, we voted him to do Brexit. And that's what he told us he was going to do. Like, it's only us that is like, if people don't support who you are supporting, then all of a sudden, it's...
Yeah.
I don't
know. It's just... It's sad.
It's sad. Like, the way we think is, honestly, it's sad, DF, honestly. Like... And
that is praise. Can I just say something? You know, the mentality we have as black people about Africans sometimes is annoying. Like, those two guys that came in previously, that the free says something, obviously, it's people that are just run to the UK 1 month before election, that sort of thing, which is a valid point. I don't want I mean, come on, man.
We will not agree. You've run.
Exactly.
You did not vote.
Yeah. Exactly.
I had this argument with two people. One person ran away 3 days before election, carrying over. Another one ran a month before election. The two of them are in that abroad where they are, inciting all sorts of things. God will punish those that don't want us to have this. You really want Peter Obi to win. You could not wait an extra week to vote. One of them has mobilized 70 people. Like, I'm a fool.
Yeah, I know. It's annoying.
If I want to influence for a political party, I will not bring that party less than 5,000 people. That's it. If I say, okay, I'll bring, I choose one party. Say, imagine I say, okay, now Atiku I won't follow, or now Accord I won't follow. See, and I begin to actively influence for them.
Yeah.
Not only that, I carried my leg. My wife will not get PVC. She still follow me.
Yeah.
We go
the video. Yeah.
I saw the video.
This country will boil. This one will happen. That one will happen. Nowhere is going to boil. If you wanted to boil it, you will stay behind, boil and make all of us stay inside this pot.
I mean, it's like Kenny said, people who have never seen war, like, come to UK and come and see how Ukrainian people are living. Come and see how they're crying. Oh, you
Yeah.
know, people will never see war. Now them they shout war. If we say Nigeria where young Buka boys go to fight, people go to run. Hey,
Exactly. Yeah.
I was in UI in 19. If you went to UI, remember one restaurant called Mama Cass. Not Mama Cass. Sorry. Tokpe. No, Mama Tokpe. UI. If you were UI in the 90s, Mama Tokpe, where Kasala boss for school. Go find one guy, go to Mama Tokpe restaurant. Now that's the reason why they closed down Mama Tokpe. They go find the guy, go to the restaurant. They no see him, they can't see him cousin. Baba, you know what it be mince meat? Okay. Now
I just have pasta with mince meat. Please don't. Don't make me sick.
And not that here be this dodo. One boy and the gives dodo.
Oh wow.
As in,
wow.
Papa, that are the day where I know say girls they jump fence. I was staying in Bello, was it Bello Hall? Kuti Bello. I was staying in Bello Hall. Our Olori Buruku security. As he hear the pandemonium, you just hear ta. Everybody. We can't run, go hostel. Security don't close gate, lock door. Now, Bello Hall is like there is what's this thing? Burglary proof. All the way to the second floor. Guests climb from down, spider girl. From ground floor, they climb there. You go, they see their pants like this as they follow them, they go. With their skirts. Everybody down. Everybody just reach up. Everybody quiet like this. Take off. Imagine running to your hostel and the security don't lock the door. Run.
Yeah. Man.
Second floor like this. Everybody begin to climb burglary proof. Go second floor. Now you want them to say you want down at one university.
Can I say something though, dear? Because for some reason I can see where the message where people are putting here. One of the things and a lot of people are saying is, should we be contented with this? Nobody's saying we should be contented, but in my opinion, because this is your life, but in my opinion, I think we need to look at the positive. Like sometimes you might not win the battle, but you will win the war. People need to understand this in life. Like what has happened now, irrespective of what anybody can say, the two founding parties have been bruised. They know that there are some people now in Nigeria that are ready to go all the way. And what people need to start doing then is organizing yourself or mobilizing. Like, I'm in UK, you are in UK. I'm not telling people what to do, but if you want to change and you're clamoring for change, a change doesn't happen like a year before the election. You need to plan it like go and look at, I love politics a lot. Go and look at Obama's case study. Obama was already campaigning and planning his presidential election, even when he was a senator.
Yeah, he was a senator. He started.
That was one of the reasons Kanye West
books and everything.
That was why Kanye West, because Kanye West said, I remember when he used to come to my mama's house and my mom would take him to all the prominent black people, and then he became what's called president. And then Obama was already strategizing 8 years before he became president.
8 years, yeah.
So if you know that's what you want to do, you want to change, find someone and then start strategizing like 8 years before the presidential election, that by the time the election comes, people will know what to vote for.
All right. Let me end this here. My problem with social media, especially live videos, is you will come and meet the video at the tail end, hear the last 5 minutes, and base your judgment on what you heard in the last 5 minutes without actually hearing the whole 1 hour and almost 2 hours we've been live. Let me tell you guys something here. I'm not saying the people in diaspora are the problem. I am saying those that ran abroad just before the election, especially the mischievous ones 5 days before election. What were you? What was basically not wait another 5 days?
Oh.
You understand? What were you waiting for that could not wait 5 more days? Cast your vote, leave Saturday night. At least cast, go. Cast your vote, leave Sunday morning. If you love Nigeria, I'm not talking about those that relocated 5 years ago. I thought those that relocated and came back to vote. Now, Una be chairman. I respect Una. And those of you that left last year, 6 months ago, 7 months ago for Gen Z, not because you are running away from Nigeria. Make you not wait, vote. You can't run abroad, can't date there. Go abroad, nobody they follow you fight. You believe, say this now your candidate, no problem. Campaign, but then God will punish those.
And your people.
I have to send. I said, do you realize that I went to vote? You did not. All of you that are encouraging these old people. I said, do you know I voted for the youngest person that I could find? They campaign for person with senior me. I'm not saying you don't have the right, but you now say God will punish. God will punish who? You will run, you know, grieve vote. God go punish me, leave you. Punish me, just no say anywhere where they just say God forbid God. Because every 10 seconds, God will curse you.
Showing that is phrase. It's a general mentality with we Africans. It's the same thing with like people that come to the UK for the first time. Like maybe they're here for a month. They're the ones you see on social media. I mean, I made a skit. I make comedy videos. So I made a skit about people who come to the UK after a month, and the next thing they will say is, don't come or what? Then don't ask me for money or get one thing. It's so daft. It's so annoying. Do you know what I mean? The way they just do it is so, it makes no sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
It makes no sense. You just come to the UK. I mean, those two guys that came earlier, they were like, it's not juicy like they show you on the movies or whatever they said. And I'm thinking, who said anything is juicy? Do you know what I mean? The same way people are complaining about Nigeria not having any money, about money not being in circulation, is the same way some people are spending millions in clubs in Nigeria every single day. And that's fact. Do you get what I mean? The same that people think there's no money in Nigeria, there are people spending millions on bottles of drinks every single day. And it's the same way people are making the money here in the UK and living the best life. So you could be anywhere in the world and you can make it juicy for you. You can make it not juicy. So people are, it's not juicy. I don't want to be here. I want to come back home. You don't want to be here, then go back home. Do you get what I mean?
You know,
that's it.
If you don't like it where you are, go back home. That's just everyone's got a country, isn't it?
Exactly. People are just funny, man. People are just funny.
Now, and we all agree on something. When it comes to politics and God said, Nigerian pastors need to shut up.
Oh,
no. Someone needs to slap them. No, you have like, I'm not condoning violence, but that's just what needs to happen.
I bet after this election, and no one hear God no they tell Una anything. God said.
That's the biggest cap, man.
God that is doing barbecue with Angel Gabriel in heaven. You can't drag him to Nigeria matter.
One person say the angels are watching over our neck.
No.
Follow topic. Dear Nigerian pastors, God did not tell you anything.
You know what they call dumb daddy face? Honestly, like, you know, dumb is more than dumb.
So here's the thing, yeah.
Oh boy.
Beautiful Nigeria. A Nigeria that is beginning to emerge. I'm seeing it emerge. A Nigeria where a tenant can become a landlord. That's a Nigeria.
Yeah.
Let our mouth to spoil. That's a good Nigeria. As in, it has never. Do you know Tinubu has won Lagos consistently for 20 years?
Yeah. Yes. Easily.
20 years.
Easily.
So a tenant coming from nowhere to clear Lagos clear Banky W while at it. This is the change you've been praying for.
Yeah.
It don't come.
True.
Yeah.
Many of you expect a overwhelming change. There's nothing wrong with you hoping. There's nothing wrong with you aspiring. But if you don't get your overwhelming change, be grateful for the small changes.
Yeah.
I lived during Adedibu. My parents lived during wet year. Improvement. It may be slow, but it's steady.
Yeah.
The change has been made.
Nigerians, their eyes are open now.
Oh, yeah.
We cannot
Yeah.
the way we've been doing or the way we've been
Mhm.
going. Please, as you are leaving, come and buy me stars on Facebook. Make I hail you now. Thank you guys so much. Big shout out to Aigbe, Aime, Festus JB, Malay, Ken, and Damola Shakirat. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. God bless you. We want peace in Nigeria. Support my TikTok. If you're following me, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/Daddy Freeze Teaches. It's very easy to find. Thank you, all of you who bought my gifts on TikTok. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the love. Thank you, all my top gifters. Thank you very much. I love you guys also on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you for being there all through. I might not say exactly what you want. I'm human too. I make mistakes. Please forgive me if I didn't say exactly what you wanted to hear this night. If I made a little bit of sense, hold on to the sense I made. If I said a bit of nonsense, discard the nonsense I said. Remember, your opinion is what makes you a human being. You are entitled to it. It is your birthright, just as mine is. I will never influence you to vote for someone like Burna Boy says. Those that, if he influences you and the person messes up,
you blame
You
it.
start saying,
Yeah.
yeah.
One of the reasons why I'm not going to campaign for any candidate, if you notice, even the Sowore, I talked about it towards the end.
Yeah.
Don't want somebody to come and say, ah, Daddy Freeze, it was because of you I went to vote, and now I am not enjoying my vote. Please, don't listen to me. Make up your own mind.
Can I also say, though, DF, sorry to interject, because as Africans, we don't give people their flowers when they are alive. And we need to give you your flowers while you can smell it, your roses while you can smell it. You did incredible during this election. You kept us, I mean, myself in particular, us in diaspora, you kept us informed. A lot of Nigerians that don't have the opportunity to be able to even fact check or cross check what people are saying, were able to do that. Because, I mean, you could have come on your live and can talk about, oh, this madam slept with 5 boys and 5 girls or whatever, and you will still get your live, you will still get your, what's it called, your stars. But you dedicated a day, you know, people discussed, you took yourself out of it, and it was fun, it was educative, it was informative. So big kudos to big kudos to you for doing that. Like you gotta give people their flowers where they can smell it. So I really appreciate that from you. I just want to say that.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.